amigos, and welcome back to Betsy V Lifestyle. As you may or may not know, I am expecting my second child. It is a boy. He's supposed to be coming February 15, 2016. And a lot of you guys that watch our daily vlog channel on That's Betsy V are wondering and dying. You guys are literally dying. Not really dying, but you guys really want to know what we are naming our son. And I'm keeping that on the hush-hush until the day he's born. But in choosing a name, it is going to identify that child. So if you name them Carlos, they're going to be known as Carlos. Like, that's going to be his identity. It's going to be who he's going to become. He's going to become a Carlos. And when you look at that person, you're like, you know what, he does look like Carlos, or Christopher, and Adam, or Susan, or Maria. So it's a huge deal. It's a big deal. Sometimes it's easy if you're going to name them after an ancestor or a father or whoever. But sometimes, like us, we like unique names and different names. Something that's not as common. Like our daughter's name is Ziana. Never heard that name. Z-I-A-N-A. And I absolutely loved it because it was unique. It was different. So I wanted to go somewhere in that route with the name that you haven't heard that much. But I eventually fell in love with this name. It's not as common, but people out there do have this name. And then we came up with a middle name, and we just fell in love with it. It just rolls perfectly. It's just amazing. I love the name. And so I was going through Pinterest, because I love Pinterest, and I ran into this post saying 20 signs you have chosen the right name for your baby. And I thought I'd share it with you guys. On the namemeaning.com, they give you a whole list of what can make you feel secure in your decision for naming your child, what you're going to name them. So I'm going to help me, help us, help you in naming and being confident in the name that you have chosen for your little one. 20. Basically, the name is not going to rhyme like at Betsy Wetsy, Betsy Wetsy. No, it's going to be something that complements the surname, and it's not going to, they're not going to be made fun of. It's not going to clash. 19. No embarrassing initials. Nothing like BS or BJ or FUK. It's not cool. It's fun to make fun of them, but it's not cool. 18. When you name your child, that's your name, but you also want to have cute nicknames, so make sure that the child's going to have some adorable nicknames. 17, it's a given. Make sure both parents love the name, thankfully. I named her son and boy toy, agreed. 16, you can picture them as an adult with that name. Number 15, a positive aura. You want a name that's going to brighten up your day. Don't name it Lucifer, because I mean, who has a good day with, hey Lucifer, let's go off to school now, Lucifer. Oh, Lucifer, I had such a bad day. Like, ew. 14, easy to pronounce. Kind of agree, kind of don't agree, because sometimes, whether it's the simplest name ever, Gracie, it might be very difficult for other people, like my parents, who still don't call their grandchildren by the right name. 13, easy to spell. Kind of somewhat agree with this one as well. Overall, you don't want them to always have a misspelled name throughout their lives. It gets annoying, and the older they get, they're just gonna hate their name. Number 12, means something special. The name that we picked out means nothing special to us except for the middle name. But I don't really think that it has to mean something special. Maybe it was your favorite artist or movie star or ancestor's name, something like that. So it is kind of special in your own kind of way, but not special that it has to be special for everybody. 11, does not keynote negatively. For instance, if your child's going to be named after a celebrity, make sure that the celebrity doesn't have a horrible past, like substance abuse or drug abuse. Well, substance and drug is the same. Or domestic violence and all that stuff, because it's just, ew. Be like, oh, you're like that guy. Oh. You know who had that name? You know? Ah, I love this one. Number 10. Don't name your child after a fad. Number 9. It's going to suit your child's personality that you hope that he, she will have one day. Number 8 does not rhyme with profanity. It's kind of cool, but no. Number 7, the name is not too alternate. You don't want to give the kid an exotic name and then it be way out there. Number 6, unnecessary comparison. If you're going to name them after their grandfather, like Robert, you don't want Robert Jr. and Robert to always be compared, like, oh, you're like your grandfather. Your grandfather didn't do this, grandfather didn't do that. I hate comparison. I hate when people compare like their oldest with their youngest, or their youngest with their oldest and stuff like that. Like, I hate that. So you kind of want to like stray away a little bit from that. Number 5, make sure that it's not too common. Like I said, Ziana isn't common like that. You're not going to see 5 Zianas on the same 5-mile radius. So keep that in mind. Number 4, keeping with the times, a name that was just gorgeous like the 1800s may not be a name that you should name your child now. Number 3, soothing middle name. Don't give them a horrible middle name, or if you can't think of anything, just don't give them a middle name. Like myself, my mother wanted to name me Betsaida or Christina, Betsy Christina, which actually would sound really nice. I don't know, but you don't want to give them a horrible name, a middle name, and they're like, yeah, my name is Jeffer Ritzel. Well, I don't know. Number 2, your friends love it. Some of friends, well, like my brother, he was like, that's what you're gonna name him. He was not fond of it. My parents aren't too fond of the name either. But sometimes it does matter with more than one person is like, oh, you know what, I do like that. It just makes it easier on your final decision. Number 1, if you're happy with the name, you're gonna be happy yelling that name out when they get in trouble, and happy yelling that name out when you're cheering for them. So that is number 1 important factor in naming your child. Alright guys, so I hope I helped you with the help of the namemeaning.com to better assist you and feel great in your decision in naming your son, daughter. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment below as to what your thoughts were on all of them, subscribe and share. Adios! Delicious 600 is from the Lavalicious collection. Like this.